Hi everyone, Elizabeth here, and welcome back to Selah, where we come together to take time out to pause, catch our breath, draw near to God, and refresh our spirits. So grab a brew and join me for today's episode.
For when I stop and breathe in your presence, I find that you are the answer. You're all I need, and even when I don't understand, I know I am safe in your hands. Just breathe. Just breathe.
Last week on the BBC News website, I came across a video that talked about a group of women in South London who are part of the National Down Syndrome Policy Group and have been working tirelessly to bring about change for people with Down syndrome. After a lot of work, the Down Syndrome Act has been passed in Parliament and, to quote the BBC, will give people with Down syndrome better rights with housing, education, social care and healthcare. There is so much that as a non-disabled person I take for granted. I don't have to think about my rights or how to access healthcare and education. Opportunities are more readily available, and it's relatively easy to apply for jobs. Whether or not I would be a successful applicant is beside the point. In England, only 6% of people with a learning disability, including Down syndrome, are in paid employment, compared with 76% of the rest of the population. That's a huge difference. The Down Syndrome Act will not only increase the rights of people with Down syndrome, but will hopefully reduce discrimination, make opportunities such as employment more readily available, and have services that can be tailored to the specific needs of individuals. One of the ladies in the policy group said one of their aims was for people with Down syndrome to have the opportunity to achieve all that they're able to by giving them the right support. Sometimes we might see someone with a disability and make assumptions of what they are capable of or what they may or may not want to do. There's a long way to go for society, but this is another step in the direction of showing people with Down syndrome that they matter and that their lives are valuable and important. At the start of the video, there's a young woman called Charlotte who has Down syndrome. She says, "I want my voice heard. I want the government to know I can do more." Charlotte speaks about how she wants to do something with her life and to have the opportunity to work hard like everyone else. If you caught our podcast a couple of weeks ago, you may remember Ian talking about blind Bartimaeus. It's a great episode, and if you haven't heard it, I'd encourage you to go back and give it a listen if you've got a chance. As Charlotte was speaking, it made me think about what Ian shared, about how Jesus never assumed what Bartimaeus wanted. He asked him. He gave him a voice and the opportunity to be heard. He didn't overlook him. He empowered him. Jesus is the best example of what it means to include others. He loved and accepted and gave time to people that the rest of society forgot about or looked down on. He didn't see them according to what label had been attached to them or what they could or couldn't do. He didn't see them according to their race, religion or physical needs. He saw them as individuals who were all deserving of love and acceptance and had something to offer and bring to the world that was uniquely them. If we're to follow Jesus, we have to do the same for each other and speak up when we see that others don't have a voice. In Luke 10, Jesus tells us to love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength and with all your mind, and to love your neighbour as yourself. When asked what constitutes our neighbour, he tells the story of the Good Samaritan, and that it should be compassion, mercy and love that motivates us. We're to stand up and care for everyone around us. Every life is valuable. I like how this Gospel Coalition article puts it. The gracious kingdom of God, therefore, eliminates any construction of binaries, which I think means systems in this case. Following Jesus means rolling back boundaries, deconstructing categories, and flattening every moral and social hill in light of our inclusive God. The kingdom of God is so full of hope for everyone. His Father's heart to raise up and restore, love and include is for all of his children. And as we listen to this song, I pray that we all know this truth.
He's awakening the hope in me by calling forth my destiny. He's breathing into my soul. I will thirst for him and him alone. He has come like the rain, the showers on the barren plain. So my heart, tongue confess, Jesus Christ, the hope of man. My hope is in you, God. I am steadfast, I will not be moved. I'm anchored, never shaken. All my hope is in you. He's awakening the hope in me by calling for my destiny. He's breathing life into my soul, and I will thirst for him and him alone. He has come like the rain, yes he has, the showers on the barren plain. So my heart, tongue confess, Jesus Christ, hope of man. My hope is in you, God. I am steadfast, I will not be moved, not anchored, never shaken. All my hope is in you, and my hope is in you, God. I am steadfast, I will not be moved, not anchored, never shaken. All my hope is in you. He's bringing hope to the hopeless, and giving his heart to the broken, and sharing his home with the orphan. He is the joy, he is my joy, he is the hope of the nations. The Father's heart we're embracing, and he is the song